Hello, this is John Bagley, and this is discussion post 2 for ICT Analytics. In this module, I found a key performance indicator presentation to be a really interesting topic for me um, uh, because it sort of impacts the job I currently have in a way, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Um, First, I just wanted to look at some of the key points in KPI presentation that really stuck out to me. The first being that good KPI reports generally make it easy on the reader. The introduction, the Big Book of Key Performance Indicators by Eric Peterson, Chapter 2, um, said, do the calculations for the reader, point out the problems, basically do all the heavy lifting, do all the main work for whoever's going to be reading it, and make it pretty simple so that they can understand it, they can gain the knowledge fairly quickly. Um, the reason why it had an impact for me where I work right now is I'm currently working auditing, where I look at a lot of managerial sign-offs, and I have to look at the files that the managers looked at, and then the files that they, showing that they signed off. But when I look at the files that the managers looked at, it becomes really obvious to me that the easiest ones to go through are the ones that are presented well, and the tough ones to go through are the ones that are not presented well. So when I'm going through tons of files, doing the exact same check to make sure that all the whole audit goes well, um, if they're presented well, it makes it very, very easy on me. And if they're not presented well, it makes it very difficult on me because then I actually have to look into everything, figure out where everything's coming from, um, and basically do all the work myself that they already had done. One thing to note that I didn't notice in the book reading was that he didn't mention the value of consistency between files of the same nature, which I felt was pretty important with my experience when I'm going through multiple files. If similar files that basically do the same thing are not in the same formats, it becomes really confusing and difficult for me to go through and figure out what exactly went on and what exactly happened. And I can only imagine that when they're actually going through it as managers, it would be easy to just keep everything the same and not change it up very much and very often, just to keep confusion low and make it easy on the reader again. Um, the impact that this has is very big because key performance indicators are the building block that analytics are based on. I mean, without them, there would be no way to actually perform any analytics at all. And good presentation really allows any reader to gain the knowledge presented to them quickly and efficiently. And bad presentation can either make what is presented to them useless and meaningless, or it could be misleading and take them into a completely wrong direction. So that's what I got to say on the topic, and I'll talk to you guys next week.